October is National Bullying Prevention Month. It's an observance that started about 8 years ago, and it's now recognized in communities and schools across the country.
And we get to talk to Areva Martin here. She is, of course, an attorney, co-host of on Face the Nation. I think it's Face the Truth.
Face the Truth.
Face the Nation sounds good, but I think it's actually Face the Truth. Anyway, so we want to talk about bullying, and we'll ask you about whether or not this ever enters into Face the Truth. New show, by the way, here on CBS with Vivica A. Fox. Types of bullying to watch out for.
So physical bullying, cyber bullying, which we talked about, emotional bullying. Oftentimes kids are verbally abused in the school context. What's so surprising is 1 in 5 kids will experience some form of bullying, and that number goes up even higher for kids with special needs and disabilities.
What are the warning signs?
Well, unexplained injuries. So if your child is coming home with unexplained injuries, missing clothing items, missing electronics, their iPhone is missing, their iPad is missing, changing in their eating habits, changing in their sleeping patterns. If they all of a sudden start isolating themselves, they don't want to go on school trips, they don't want to get on the school bus. Those are some signs that parents should be looking to.
I know we want to ask you what parents should do, but I'm amazed. I have been reporting on this topic for 25 years. I am amazed that we're still dealing with it. I don't know why we haven't been able to nip this in the bud in schools.
Yeah, it's really difficult, Jeff. Think about it. Most kids are afraid to come forward and even talk about it. The stigma associated with who wants to be the kid that gets bullied. Everybody wants to be the tough guy or the tough girl. So oftentimes kids don't even tell their parents, they don't tell their teachers, and often when schools find out about it, it's been happening for a really long time. So I think there's the stigma that's associated with it, which is why this month is so important, because a part of what we're doing, that we try to do in the month of October is to reduce the stigma, is to say it's okay to come forward and talk about bullying.
And once they've talked about it, what can parents do to help their children?
First of all, Sharon, listen to your kids. Oftentimes kids, are dismissed by parents and school administrators. So the first thing is to listen. The second thing is to document it. Make sure that you keep a diary, a log of what your child has told you, when this happened, who was involved, and then go to the school administrators. Schools need to know that this is happening because they have an affirmative obligation to keep kids safe in the school setting.
Very quickly before we go, some of the people you have on the show Face the Truth. Do you believe maybe some of what they're dealing with started with being bullied or being bullies?
We've actually had young adults and teens on the show talk about being bullied, being afraid to, go on the school bus, or things that have happened on their campus that has caused some emotional problems. We see it impacts academic performance and social interaction. It's often, those are some of the signs and symptoms of bullying. So yes, we've had an opportunity to meet some people on Face the Truth and help them get resources and help them get, solutions to some perplexing problems, including bullying.
Love your show, by the way.
Thank
it's
you.
Absolutely valuable.
We're having a
to
ball.
all of us. Thank you.
Thank
you, Areva, for joining us. And you can watch Face the Truth weekdays at 2 o'clock right here on CBS 2.